Dr. Lucas Trautman, CBHS class of 1993, is our next inductee. While a student here at CBHS, he was a high achiever both in and outside of the classroom. Lucas was a starter all 4 years on the CBHS wrestling team, a passion that continues today, and we'll tell you more about that a little bit later on. After CBHS, Lucas went on to earn his medical degree from the University of Tennessee and his master's in public health from Tulane. Today, Dr. Trautman has a thriving private practice, and he's recognized both locally and nationally as one of the leading child and adolescent psychiatrists in the country. He's also been called upon as a top consultant for athletes. He's worked with NBA players, professional boxers, and pro soccer players. In addition, Dr. Trautman has volunteered his time on mission trips to orphanages in Thailand, the Philippines, and Haiti. Now, earlier I mentioned Lucas has continued his passion of wrestling, and for the past 2 years, he has served as the assistant wrestling coach here at CBHS. And during that time, the wrestling team has been ranked nationally both seasons, and they've won back-to-back state championships. The first time in the history of our state that a team from West Tennessee has won championships. So kudos to you, Coach and Doctor. Please welcome to our Hall of Fame, Dr. Lucas Trautman, class of 1993.
This is an incredible honor, unspeakable honor for me to be here, standing here, addressing you today. The group of men that this group represents are people that many of whom I've known my whole life. And it again, is amazing to be mentioned in the same breath with people like Brother Stephen O'Malley, Tony Gagliano, the first president of this Hall of Fame, and who I'm named after, my father's baseball coach. I want to thank my family, my father especially, for sending me to Christian Mothers, for raising me with such love and discipline. My mother, Barbara, my rock, my confidant. My grandparents are here today, my cousins, Ryan and Bethany and Ross, my brother, Ben, my wife, Kristen, my big girl, Myra, and my little girl, Leah. I'm just so grateful to be in this family, to be a part of this brother's family, and I stand before you today very humbled to be here. I wanted to say a few things. This school made me who I am in every way. Even before I started at Christian Mothers, I was on the freshman football team. We started about a month early in the summer, and I was on the offensive line, weighing about 160 pounds. Coach Pratt, Dean Pratt, was my first introduction. He is the toughest coach, and made us hit the sled and run the hill, and was yelling in our face, and spit coming out of his mouth, and never have I experienced such a tough coach or person since then. And the reason why we worked so hard for Dean Pratt is because he loved us so much, and we knew it. So when I was getting yelled at by surgeons at 3 in the morning after a 36-hour shift, in my head, I'm yes sir, no sir, but they're never as tough as you. And I worked as hard as I could for them, but they never got as much out of me as you did because you loved me. And I knew that. You had a real special style of leadership, and I didn't realize that for years later, how special you were in my life, so thank you. Mr. Ferreras, you put chops and grit and toughness to my idealism. You taught me complex thinking skills, critical thinking skills. You taught me how to ask why to social complex problems, and that really put some force behind the idealism that I learned from my faith in my church. So I thank you. You changed my trajectory. Coach Lewis, Chris Lewis, coach of the wrestling team. He was a young 25-year-old teacher when I was here. We lifted weights together. I always thought he was so cool. He spent a lot of time with me, mentoring me, and now has given me the honor of being an assistant coach on his wrestling team, nationally ranked wrestling team that he built, and trusted me to come in and work with the young men here at Christian Mothers. It's a great honor. Coach Lewis has been a friend to me, and I'm just so grateful. He's helped make me and form me who I am today. So here at Christian Mothers, we gain the most unique, powerful life experience that creates us to be the young men we are. I'm just so incredibly grateful for all of you to stand in your presence, and I'll always be a brother's boy. Thank you so much.